wanna say.
You take my mind to different places. Let's press rewind, these bitches is basic. Love when you're high, your eyes look Asian. I love when you ride your thighs. We gon' take our time, make sure everything's alright. I wanna give you more, give you more. I won't waste your time, won't waste your time. No, say I won't waste your time. No, won't waste your time. No. Won't waste it. Won't waste it. Won't waste it. Won't waste it. Let me creep up on the side of you, make you lose your attitude. Won't waste it. Won't waste it. Your time. Let's catch a flight, you pick the location. You think I'm lying, cause niggas be playing. I ease your mind, you're finding patient. Let you decide, don't lie, I'm waiting. We gon' take our time, I make sure everything's alright. I wanna give you more, give you won't waste your time, no. Say I won't waste your time, no. Won't waste your time, no. Won't waste it. Won't waste it. Won't waste it. Won't waste it. Let me bring your brain inside. What the fuck make you lose your attitude? Won't waste it. Won't waste it. Won't waste it. We turn it up 12 on 12. Let's get this energy together. No, you don't know. Hey. No. Said I won't waste it. No. Hey, y'all know Scorpios, we're a little repetitive, we're a little obsessive, they say. So I'm going to play that back to this energy, get it together, because I got a message from my deceased grandfather in Shango. Who am I talking to? Get this energy up quick. I'm going to play this back because ain't no more time being wasted. Y'all feel the energy. Your ancestors are done. Period. They don't care about the outside interference anymore. It's about what's inside of you. Yeah, you can't run and hide no more, Scorpio. That's the message today. So until this energy get it together, I see somebody in the chat recognize that it was 12:12. I didn't even recognize that when I hit that button. See, what I want to go on with y'all is that when a sign and synchronicity present itself to you, I don't have to say Cash App $12.12. Cash App 12 cents. I just want you to have a deep knowing. See, that's why I say it ain't about how many subscribers I got. That's why I told y'all a long time ago, my spirit guide said, stop looking at the numbers. You are acquired taste. Hey, glory. You not for everyone. The Bible said 144,000 people are wrote in the Lamb's Book of Life. Oh, they got me thinking a little bit. I'm gonna tell you, when I was a baby and a child, I thought like a child thought, but now that I'm grown, now that I'm eating table food, I had to look at that scripture a little different, because it's like, what is it speaking to me now? See, that's what's going on. See, too much time being wasted on frivolous things that are not important. My thing is, if God said it's 144,000 souls going to heaven, but he told me not to look at the numbers. Hey, who am I talking to? Because in my carnal mind, let me, I don't know where this is going, but I was spiritual guided to get on here. I wanted to give y'all a message, but in my carnal mind, in my physical, in my flesh, from my experiences in life and through all the things that I've been through that shape us and make us who we are today, I'm saying in my mind, 144,000. You know how many people in the world? See, that's Matoki talking. Who am I talking to? Who done started talking in what do you call it, third party of itself, or like you talking about yourself, but you are yourself? You're talking to a higher version of yourself because you've been enlightened about something else? Y'all, let me tell you something. I don't even have the patience to do a pre-recorded video. Y'all know I don't like live. But these messages, they too intentional, and they too long. And my patience too short. And God said you need to give it to him in real time. This ain't about the future, the past. This is about real time. Who am I talking to? Somebody need a breakthrough right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Your ancestors are fed up. We around here focusing on witchcraft. Witchcraft, your ancestors fed up. You keep fighting with demons that they can't do shit to you, but cause you to throw up or vomit, or have the shits for 2 days or be tired. And you still have the answer to that. Keep pushing. Oh yeah, I could have just stopped and said, okay, I ain't feeling these pre-recorded. I'm just gonna see where source lead me now. Guess what I said? I'm just gonna keep going fucking live. I'm gonna keep going live because I am live. This is real time what's going on with me. This is real time what's going on with y'all. Ain't no waste time. No more waste time. That shit over with. It's dead. 10 of Swords, the Death card, whatever you want to call it. The Page of Swords in reverse. That shit is over with. It's done. Listen, I wanted to pre-record a message at 4 o'clock this morning, guys. 4 o'clock this morning. I woke up, I couldn't sleep. What I didn't know is I was being spiritually led to watch Cleopatra on Netflix. I didn't even see her in you know how they have the top 10 picks or whatever. I just, for some reason I'm up and I turn the TV on. Normally when I'm up like that, I don't turn the TV on, I pray. Or I intercede, or I armor bearer, or I walk through my house and bless it, or if I'm feeling some type of way, I just, if I don't know what to do, I know to pray. Who am I talking to? Who grandma taught you that if you don't know what else to do, just pray? She was speaking into my purpose then. She was saying, even if I cross over, just pray. I hear your prayer. But my grandma used to always tell me too, don't be consumed with tomorrow. It ain't promised to you. Some of y'all keep consuming yourself so far in the future that God is trying to understand why. Why are you not living life right now? Stop planning to live your life. And what you planning ain't even what's purposed. I'll turn to this side of the room now. What you planning ain't even purposed. Who am I talking to? Who keep trying to force feed something that don't work? I'm getting the energy of somebody wanting to be you now. Now I'm channeling the Scorpio. Somebody in your energy want to be you. They want your life. Because to them it look glamorous. That's why they doing all this glamorous magic. That's why they writing your names on pieces of paper and they putting them in water and running stream. All of the witchcraft got to do with water. What they don't realize is you're all the elements. You're all of them. You're a perfect storm of spirituality. You're a fucking oracle. If it's 144,000 people in the Lamb's Book of Life, I'd like to think that 10,000 and however fucking many subscribers I got is a part of that. And if not, guess what my membership is? They're going to be that 1% or whatever the percent is. But the Lamb's Book of Life is connected to me. And if you don't know about spirituality and you don't understand spirituality, you won't get that. And I don't care if you do or don't. This is for the people who have an ear to listen, a spiritual ear. Auntie. See, this is a message from my deceased grandfather who I never met. I never met either of my great-grandfathers. Yeah. It's a lot of your heritage you don't know about because it's not important. Where you came from, it's not important. See, in my mind, and when I say in my mind, I mean my spiritual mind. It's something about the number of 144 to me. 44, 144, the 4 plus 4 is 8, the 11, that 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. That number, who am I talking to? My grandpa said when I told you, don't worry about the numbers, or don't focus on the numbers, he said that did not mean the number would not change. Who am I talking to? He said, but that should not be your focus. Your focus should be saving souls. Your focus should be getting a message out your mouth to somebody who's going to hear it. Not keep saying the same message on deaf ears. Don't worry about if it's 10K in your collective viewing your message, or if it's 3. How many of y'all know all y'all messages ain't for the collective? They for one specific person. Sometimes I look at a tarot card reading and it feels like a personal reading. That's who it's intended for. You don't have to force it. If it's 144,000 people only going to heaven, then I have to know it's a lot of soulless people in the world. Because if God gave us a number, that's the number of the souls that he's done here on heaven. The oracles. People say, how did that number come about? How did God? Because if he created the number, he is the number. 144,000. That's significant. Somebody grew up Jehovah's Witness. Who am I talking to? Somebody in my collective could even be Jehovah's Witness. 7-day Adventists. Now you're questioning everything you ever learned. Every belief they ever gave you, every superstition. I don't know if y'all remember, I told y'all about when I was a child, I would sleepwalk and I would prophesy to my auntie. I remember every day at 12 o'clock we had to take a nap. Me, my cousin Chantel, and my other cousin Henry. With Chantel and Henry, they were brothers and sister. We first cousin, we two sister children. I was raised by my grandmother. I spent more time with my auntie than I have ever my mother. Because when my grandma was off taking care of business and doing things, that's who she entrusted me with. My auntie is the pastor. And when I told y'all who I'm supposed to be her armor bearer, she introduced me to Christ. So that's why I said some of y'all are Seventh-day Adventists. Somebody has been raised in a religion for the purpose sorry guys, I'm trying to get in the chat. For the purpose of harvesting your energy or trying to steal your gifts. What do I mean by that? Make it plain. Well, one thing I'm learning about spiritual things, they don't include Matoki, me, the person, right? So, if you notice, when somebody is sleepwalking, it's like their body is doing something involuntary to their conscious mind. It's almost like your subconscious is deceiving your unconscious. Does that make sense? Or no, your subconscious is deceiving your conscious, right? Meaning, I trusted whatever I did for me to lay down and sleep and get rest, that I would wake in the morning, right? But I am asleep, but my body is not rested. My body is up and is walking. Why? Because my flesh is now being led by my soul. Who am I talking to? See, my arms and my legs. See this? We are spiritual people having a physical experience, but what I need y'all to know is the physical is an illusion. My spirit man overrules everything. That's how God is able to put a number on the souls that are going to heaven. If there is a heaven, whatever you ascribe to is a number on everything. Numbers are spiritual. 555-333-369-1111, 8888-4444. All the numbers we've been talking about. 2222. These are portals being opened. Why? Because your ascension, that's why. The one that you're not conscious about. So let me usher. I thought I was going to have to let the music play, but the energy is off a little bit. I'm waiting on it to match up. And guys, I'm telling you, when this energy matches up, don't allow me to say that. Don't allow me to tell you to cash out me shit. I don't want to say it. When something synchronizes or something moves in you about something, just do it. Because then you're being led by the Spirit like you're supposed to. You're realizing how this works. You're becoming spiritually mature. You're leaving your physical out of it. Let me tell you how this is unraveling. It's not only the green and the black I wore with Ogun coming in, the red and the black I wore with Allegro coming in. Now, like I told you, my grandma had to usher my grandfather in. It's almost as if she was validating him. See, God said he don't need no validation. He speak for himself. How many of y'all know, depending on y'all ranking, people have to have access to you. Some people are able to manipulate witchcraft because they were the vessel that told you. Anybody, listen, if you're an oracle, a starseed, anything like that, but an oracle, really the only people that can try to touch you is people like that, your mother, your father. What they don't realize is they don't have a soul and they were just a vessel. They can't harm you. And the 144 souls, 144,000 souls that God says going to heaven will want to harm you anyway. Who am I talking to? When I hear karmic now, because of what I'm going through in my spiritual life, I hear soulless. They have a mission. They don't feel. That's why they don't love you. They say harsh shit to you because they don't have a heart. Their heart has been hardened. They are only to press you, to crush you, or to move you forward. Who am I talking to? Who don't understand spirituality? Let me tell you what happened to me last night. This time my grandpa Milton showed up without my grandma. How many of y'all know sometimes the people that raised you and protected you were not even high ranked as you? And that's why they were able to hide you in plain sight. I'm talking about spiritual now. See, if you're following me in your carnal mind, you won't get this, and I don't care. It's only for the few that do. The mailman just ran. Hey. Some of y'all got mail. Some of y'all got messages. 39. There you go. 39, 39. There you go. That 396 energy. There it go. I don't know why y'all. There it go. It's on y'all, not 36. That 6 had to show up 3639. If I could make it up, I would. Listen to me, guys. The person that raised you is the person that protected you. And if they're deceased, every ancestor before you has to do the same exact thing. Your direct ancestors, whether you met them or not. Now I'm meeting mine in the spirit. My grandpa Milton came with Shango. I'm like, who is this? Shango? But what I want y'all to understand, this is not a language. This is a deep knowing. If I could explain it to you in physical form, it's almost like me seeing me leaving Matoki laying on the bed, and my soul, who's been here before and before and before and before and before, is going up with my ancestors. Ooh, glory. Who am I talking to? See, you can't talk this kind of shit to people without them thinking you crazy. If they're not tuned in. If they're not spiritual enough to tap into it. That's why I say it's what, 30, not 33? I lost a few people though. Hey, glory. Lose them. It's free will ain't free, guys. You know why God made your end to your beginning? Somebody leave in the chat why they think that is. Why do you think God made your end to your beginning? Instead of just, like how a movie play out? Because if somebody figure that out, they'll realize free will ain't free. The more you ascend, you'll realize what free means. Free don't mean free at all. Free mean you couldn't have did nothing but what you done. Judas. You played right into the spiritual hands of my Father. Judas. The people that are protecting you from the grave, they're in every corner of their house. They're wondering how you able to speak on it because my ancestors are your ancestors. They're in every corner of your house. I just heard something about a bird. Hey! A lot of y'all getting downloads and messages like me. See, free will ain't free because as I see myself raising up and I see myself still laying there in the bed beside Chris with the TV still going, it's something about the roof in your house. Because once you go outside of that, whatever protecting and blessing you have from saging, and it's almost like that mark in the Bible where they say your firstborn won't be killed if you put that X of blood over your door. The spirit of death will pass by you. Who am I talking to? Do you know how many spirit of deaths have passed by you and your children because you were obedient that one time? Do you know how many times your life was spared because you were obedient to God every time? So when I'm ascending up, this is why they, the everything talks about your higher self. Because when you lift up, you look down and you see the difference. See, when I'm going up, Matoki's life experiences, how many children she had, how many husbands, how many people disappointed her and betrayed, it's no longer significant. I don't see from those eyes anymore. That's the free will. Now I'm seeing through my soul. He only sees me as who I am. Oh, he's mine. I'm his. Who am I talking to? I can rob a bank today and tomorrow. Not saying I'm promoting that, but he only sees my soul. Matoki is insignificant. Matoki is the physical experience. Who am I talking to? I am only the physical experience. To me, when I reference it to a carnal mind, to my flesh, I look at it the same way I look at it as you having a child with somebody. You want the best for that child. You raise them the way that they should go. Why do you think God says that? Because he know a lot of us ain't going to go the way we were raised. A lot of us veer off the path, but we come back. Why? It's not because of Matoki, it's because of my soul. It's ordered my steps. When God says your steps are ordered by God, he didn't say your footsteps. Because it's spiritual. Who am I talking to? Not your footsteps. Your foot is physical. Your steps are ordered by God. You can't fuck it up. Free will is a trick, not of the devil. Free will is to let you know that you don't have a soul. You're doing what you're programmed to do. You're up. You're karmic. You're here to make this experience a little more in depth on earth. But my mansions are in heaven. That's why God says it's hard for a rich man to enter in the kingdom of heaven. It's like a camel going through a hole of a needle. But everybody want to be rich. That's why you ain't rich. Hey! Who am I talking to? That's why you're not rich. Because you chose the narrow path in your journey. So your wealth is not of this earth. Oh yeah, you living good, Scorpio. You living comfortable, but you work for that. You put your gifts to work. You're serving. You're a servant. They're not giving you anything. They're giving it to God. I want to read a little bit of these comments, guys. Give me a minute. We got 49 people in the chat. 46 likes. Terrell, I hope I'm saying it right. Terrell Linsgraf, thank you for being a member. Sherry Andro, thank you for being a member. Hey, Miss Bay. Hey, Miss Louise. I pray to God y'all have already cashed out 1212. That's a sign of synchronicity right there, guys. 2 people at the same time. 3 people. I see Jenna Liz Soto, 1212 again. Aster Alchemist, hey, how you doing? Y'all like this live? Take me off the algorithm. Send those cash apps, guys. Listen, these messages are important. Time. Yeah, Bubblicious Pop. You grew up Jehovah's Witness. See, listen, I don't care how it sounds to people that are not spiritual enough to connect with this. You can say what you want to say because I curse and because I drank. I don't give a fuck. My messages, when I leave Matoki, my flesh, and I go up, it don't matter. My God deals with my soul. God deals with your soul because you're an oracle. I am having a physical experience on earth. I'm trying to figure this shit out. My soul knows my spiritual journey. I don't have to figure that shit out. All I have to do is leave Matoki. That's why the Bible says you should die to self daily. That's what he means. Take you out of it. You be a servant. You give. That's how portals open. When God give you something, he don't give it to you for you to go dig a hole in the ground and bury it. He give it to you to give it to somebody else to make it grow. Oh, and by the way, it pays a penance for this physical body. You having cancer, your child having cancer, your mama having cancer. I don't know why, but my ministry has dealt with cancer, and I don't know anybody who had cancer in my life. Like, close to me. You know why? Because a lot of people didn't get that diagnosis. Who am I talking to? You didn't even get the diagnosis because of your soul, not because of your man. That's why they always winning, why they always da-da-da-da. Because my soul. Why you don't have to work so hard? Because my soul. Why you don't look like what you've been through? Because of my soul. Soul. They don't even get it. That's why these people that we keep trying to hold on to, they don't get it. You can marry them motherfuckers for 50 years, this life, and go 100 more in another life. They don't get it. They don't have a soul to feel, to hear. There's nothing spiritual about them, and it's everything spiritual about you, Scorpio. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. If you know, you know. This instinct coming straight in my face. I must be needed. Clearing spirit. Listen, this is spiritual warfare, guys. Y'all are oblivious to it because you still dealing with yourself. I'm talking in first part, you still dealing with Matoki. Once you start having them out-of-body experiences, you'll realize how really meaningless Matoki really is. I'm just something you can see, something tangible, because you know what? Y'all don't believe shit. Y'all won't even operate in it to try, but you'll spend $500 on a wig. Hey, who am I talking to? That was significant. I told y'all the story a little while ago. I went to the wig store with my daughter. Guys, listen. The last time I wore a wig, they were called half wigs. They wasn't even a lace front. Do y'all understand? Do y'all feel me? So I'm riding with my daughter, 54, guys. I'm riding with my daughter to the 30, 45 minutes away. I'm wondering, like, we passed like 500 wig stores while we going 45 minutes. But anyway, I'm riding. Okay, I'm out the house and chilling. Y'all, the wigs in a climate control environment. I open the door like how you open the door in the grocery store or the beer cave. I open the door, I go in there, I'm feeling the wigs, touching on the wigs, and I see Chinese people coming, descending from all different directions and shit. And I'm like, what's going on? Don't touch the wigs. Don't touch the wigs. I say, don't touch them. They're a 1,500 wig, $500 wig. So I looked at my daughter. I said, Michael, these wigs, $1,500, $500. She said, yeah, Mom. I looked at that Chinese man. I said, hold on. So what you telling me is, I'm finna come in your refrigerator and I'm gonna spend $1,500 for a wig I can't fucking touch. I can't even touch it. I just got to look at this bitch and imagine it glued to my head. And I'm gonna give you $1,500 and I can't touch it. You done lost your fucking mind. I told my daughter, I said, girl, I'm finna go, give me the key, let me go sit in the car. Cause I ain't even finna watch you pay nobody no $1,500 for no fucking wig that you can't even touch. So it's that type of analogy. Listen, who you are as a person on this earth. I feel like the whole physical experience of earth and what the relationships and things we go through is free will. It's just like a movie being played out. Think about how you take pictures. It's a movie being played out. Your children growing up, their 5th birthday, 4th birthday. It's the same way with God. If you have a soul, he's watching a movie. His oracles, his starseeds down here orchestrating healing on earth. Being able to bring down. Being able to operate here on earth. That's what God's doing. That's why you can't fuck it up. Free will ain't got nothing to do with all the choices I made. I'm a crockhead. I ain't going to heaven. Judas didn't go to heaven. I don't know who made it to heaven, but I know if you got a soul, you going to heaven. Everybody ain't got a fucking soul. And I know it's a lot of people going to disagree with that. Okay, that's your problem. Because every knee going to bow and every tongue going to confess. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Let me tell y'all this too. It's been hard. Y'all know what this is. This hold my camera. I kept putting the camera up. Now my cards just fell over. The table didn't even move. I put my camera up and every time I hit the play button, the whole camera fall down, face down. And I'm like, damn. So I go back and I put it on there again. Boom, it fall down again. So this time my daughter was passing by and I said, Messiah. I said, prop that phone back up for me. I'm trying to go live. I done got up 2 times. So she said, Mom, she said it's broke, it's cracked. Look at this, guys. Look from the side. It's supposed to be down like this to hold the phone. Now, mind you, I had this dream last night with my grandfather in Shango. This is the only one I got. All the rest of them told too. Now I want the message out. They don't want people to know that my 10,000 could be one of the 10. They could be a lot. I don't know how many, but I know a part of y'all. A part of that 144,000. Your name written in the Lamb's Book of Life. You're meant to heal people. People can't quiet you. A lot of y'all tarot card readers, psychic, they can't quiet you. They can't kill you. They keep trying to steal from you what God put in you. It's hidden. So I used to sleepwalk when I was a child. And my aunt, I remember she had a sofa that spread it out that way. She'd make us go 12 o'clock every day and take a nap. We were kids, me, my cousins. We laugh and play and giggle and talk till she get mad and come in there and, give us a spanking and we go to sleep. But she had a couch that went that way, and I, when I'm going high now, when I'm getting these downloads, I'm seeing me. I'm seeing that it's like I'm watching a movie of my life, but it's not audible. It's not. It's not even telepathic. That's the word. That's probably the closest word that I could use. But if you're an oracle, you know what I'm saying. And listen, when I say if you're an oracle, it's people in my collective that are oracles, but you have not reached that status yet. But it's still your birthright. It still belongs to you spiritually, okay? And that's why you're here. Because you need to hear certain things to know what that is, okay? So what's going on is I'm seeing my life played out. The things that I don't remember, I haven't remembered in a long time. A long time thing, a long times. See, a lot of y'all been here a long time before, a long times. Y'all see how I say that? Y'all just, when I pause, just, whatever the spirit moves you to do, just do it. Send that energy my way, because I feel like sometimes now that I'm being more elevated, it's getting more, his voice is getting more distinctive. Okay? Who am I talking to? Meaning, God's voice is it's almost like I'm hearing it with other voices, and he's saying, who am I? Which one am I? Some of y'all are being tested about the voice you're hearing, because it's getting to a place now where it's very important because of what went on. I just heard a lot of people were sacrificed for you to be here right now. I just heard that. Don't take it lightly. Stop taking it lightly. Stop allowing people to use who you are as a person here on earth against your spirituality, because they're two different things. I feel like Christian belief is that you do good on earth and then you go to heaven, right? Or you can ask for forgiveness for any sin you did and then you go to heaven. I feel like before this thing ever even got started, whoever going to heaven, they were already in heaven. That was revelation, y'all. And everybody else that's here was just fillers. Just like in the movies, when you see Denzel Washington and the man on the train, and the train moving, and you see the other people in the background riding on the train, it's just fillers. It's just karmics. It's just like experience. Let's jazz up this life that's going on down here, this physical experience. Let's give you scenarios and all these type of things to see what happens with a person versus with a soul versus one without. That's why they call it a journey, because nobody knows but God. That's why I say free will ain't free. If you take free off it and just use will, what would you come up with? 64, perfect energy. What would you come up with? Put in the chat, what would you come up with? Y'all, this message, I want it to be done. Look. What I wanted to do by 12 o'clock today is have like at least 2 to 3 pre-recorded messages that I can upload. But I come in here early as hell to get this done so I could get on with my day. And the thing that holds my camera is it's broken half. It's broken half. And my spirit is saying, don't leave my house. My spirit told me this morning before I get I can't leave my house till this message over with. That's how real this is. So Chris had to go and get me another one to put the camera so that I can get this message out. So that's why, and this, I wasn't planning 12. 12 is just when he got back with it and I set up and hit it, and it just, when I hit the button it was 12, 12. I didn't even recognize that. But that's divine timing again. So this message, that's clear, that's confirmation. Hey Monisha, hey Cynthia. Hey Robert, hey Equinet. That's true. Hey Kitty666, hey Danetta, thank you for being a member. Equinet, thank you for being a member. Tootlapoot, thank you for being a member. Hey Becky Smith. Yeah, free don't mean free. Free don't mean free. In numbers, I'm telling y'all, it's a certain type of thing that identifies with you that you do have a soul, or whether you don't have a soul. If you don't have a soul, you don't give a fuck and you think I'm crazy. And you're going to be leaving stupid ass comments. And I'm thinking to myself, who cares? I often wonder why Scorpios go through so many relationship battles. It's almost like I always tell y'all, it's always like tennis with us. It's like, you know, because sometimes we don't show emotions. It's like, let me do what I can. Let me do the most so I can try to hurt her ass. Or let me do the most so I can really make him feel that shit. Like the intensity of a Scorpio makes other people begin to be intense too, and they don't know where that scale is. See, that's who we are. When they try to adapt that and then plug it into what we doing, it never works. It won't work. You got people in your life with false narratives, Scorpio. That's what's going on here. Let me turn some cards. And they've always had false narratives, and now things are being revealed to you. But guess what? Guess what's so great about it? It's your birthright. It ain't free. Everything people have been trying to give to you up until this time, it was because you were crowned. You remember I told you my grandma came to me and told me I'm crowned. She didn't say I'm being crowned. She said I'm crowned. So I was crowned the moment I was made flesh, because my soul. Who am I talking to? You know why you were crowned, Scorpio? 72, that's a good year. If you was born in 72, cash out $72 right now. If you was born in 72, that's only if you was born in 72. Listen, guys. You have to be very careful with your energy right now. Very particular, very like who you around, who you let come to your house, who you eat with, who you eat around, who you drink with, who you drink around. Somebody knows you know the truth. I can't make this shit up. Somebody know you know the truth, Scorpio. Somebody know you know the truth about your birth right now. Somebody know that all the shit that's been orchestrated behind your back. For some of y'all, I feel like your grandma raised you, but your grandma had, you know, your mom, your auntie, they felt entitled to your grandmother's whatever, and they stole it from you. And listen, this isn't about a whole lot of money or like some money that was gonna change your life. It was actually breadcrumbs, right? But what happened was, instead of what they see, they didn't want your grandmother's soul. See, they wanted the material shit because they don't have a soul. But see, what your grandma was saying, I know my material things, like money, wouldn't have meant shit to you. See, with me, I wanted my grandma pots. I wanted her cook because my grandma was a cook. So she had all these nice pots and pans, and she had anything that had to do with food, cutting, or preparing, she had it. So to me, and that's the best memories of my grandma, like me growing up and her cooking food and me eating it, and just that's why I say I gotta do that. Before I leave, I'm gonna vlog all over the world tasting food. My grandma did put that in me. But anyway, I want to keep getting off track. You're being shown who you really are, and it's like you sitting on the top of that wheel of fortune that's turned, because you know why? When it was turning, you would study like a hamster running uphill. And you made it now. But why? Because the wheel slowed down for you to get to the top of it, Scorpio. Now God is able to trust you with hidden things, hidden knowledge about you that your parents didn't even know about. It was hidden from them too, because they didn't need to know it until a time like this. Wheel of Fortune. With the Wheel of Fortune coming out, the time is now. What else? I just saw the Ace of Wands. So it said no more wasting your time. The World card, the Chariot, no more wasting time on the split deck. It's time to move. It's time to counter, react. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, the wheel stopped. Ain't no more. The wheel done turning. Somebody wants you to continue something. You have a different perspective now, because of you being visited by your ancestors. Raw. They're leaving your physical. You're an oracle. Because if you weren't an oracle, you wouldn't even be able to even experience what it is they're showing you right now. And that's to the people who, when them portals open, they did what they was obedient. What they was instructed to do, they were obedient. And some of y'all haven't seen it yet, but when y'all see, I want y'all, they steady coming in every day. I wake up now. I'm in my new apartment. I'm at my mama house, just like you said in your personal reading. Me and her, we forgave each other. We're killing our relationship. How many of y'all know sometimes God will give you a pit stop somewhere where you need to clear some shit up so you can go on to glory? And that physical moment and experience wasn't even for you. You were oracle. It was for that person. The Chariot. Scorpio, you're going to always have a chariot, because you're an oracle. People are mad at you because you were born with discernment. Even when you were a baby, I'm hearing you used to cry like this. Oh, she used to cry. Yeah, because the people, the energy. None of my babies cried. None of my babies soaked pacifiers. Who am I talking to? I get excited now. Because now God is giving me clarity about why my situation was like that and the other people's wasn't. Why didn't I breastfeed? My children didn't need titty milk. They were souls already here before I even came here. Who am I talking to? Who don't know their power? It's being revealed. Because you were obedient. God know everybody ain't gonna be obedient. That's why it's all these people in the world and only 144,000 get to go. Some of y'all been to the sugar shack and still can't go. What do I mean by that? Some of y'all taste the glory. Some of y'all witness the glory. And God said, you know what? You'll never see the promised land, though, because of what you did to Scorpio. You'll never see the promised land because you were never meant to see the promised land. How can you enter the promised land without a soul? Bitch, when your body dead, your soul, a certain amount of weight leave your body. If you don't have a soul, you just dead. Yeah, I said it. My grandpa Milton said it. Shango said it. That's how. How dare you question the number God put on any motherfucking thing? How dare you put a limitation on God when he tell you to cash out somebody $111? You limited God. You limited your protection. That's just like you going to get a bootleg camera system to watch somebody who trying to take you and your family out. When you go get the state of the art camera system, when you do all you could do to protect your children, that's why some mamas, y'all wondering why so many children in the defect system. Because their mother don't have a soul and they were born without a soul too. It's no reason to look over them. They don't have a spiritual awareness of going somewhere else. So them taking drugs until they just die or take their own life, that shit don't mean anything to them. It's not that they think that they're going to go to heaven or hell. It's just that they don't have a soul to even consciously be aware of that. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you done been through so much shit, you should have stuck a shotgun in your mouth with it closed and pressed against a wall 100 times, and it never even crossed your mind. That's because, Scorpio, you never had footsteps. That was illusion. All you ever had was steps that were being ordered by God. That's why he said the first going to be last and the last going to be first. See, one thing I know about Scorpios, we reverence God. I reverence God. I don't give a fuck. I always say this, and I say this in all due kindness. I really don't give a fuck about a lot of shit. But when it come to God, I know that's true. I know that's true. And it ain't but two things in my life I ain't never seen, and that's a saber-tooth tiger and a bitch I need, period. That's been my experience. A saber-toothed tiger and a bitch I need. God always take care of me. And I'm about to resign from my job. Hey, glory. I ain't got to be somewhere at a certain time making sure I'm doing this and that and the third. And oh, by the way, I do a good job at it too. Why? Because God bless me in anything that I do. Because I come to serve. I'm so serving older people, Medicare people. That's why I say y'all don't know my testimony. That's why you don't understand my praise. That's why you don't understand the fact that I'm going to sit here and say what my spirit guide's telling me to say. Whether it's weirded out to you, it don't agree with you, that's your problem. That's your problem. Everybody don't get to go. Some people get to the sugar shack, but they don't get to go. A lot of people got to the sugar shack because they was associated with Scorpio, but they don't get to go because you ain't got a soul to go. When I say you don't have a character to hold you there, that means you don't have a soul to go to the next dimension. All you are is 3D. Who am I talking to? All you are is 3D. That's your lineage. That's what you come from. 3D. The physical. You can't even go to the next dimension. Why? Because it ain't physical, it's spiritual. That's why when I'm asking you, is you cheating on me, and you say no, your response is not in real time because you just asked the lady out and gave her your number. That's cheating, boo. Because you acting different. The energy different between me and you. Our energy always different. That's why Scorpio able to read and clock people. Because you have a soul and the people you clock do not. That was free. And that's why a lot of people return back to you, Scorpio. Sometimes it ain't even because they want to get back with you. It's just because of a kindred spirit, because we both got souls in this whole world. A lot of people don't. They want to, you know, like plug into you. Get some of that knowledge. Get some of that source. God saying, nah. This coming out in the challenge position. What is it? Yeah, the lovers. Came out just like that. So I'm here right now. Don't sign nothing contractual. Don't get married. Don't promise nobody shit. Don't compromise your integrity. Don't compromise your integrity is what I want to say about this Lover's card being in the challenge position. Because I feel like with Wheel of Fortune being your first card out, Scorpio, I just feel like something happened really good in your life, and because of what you know now, and I'm talking about like you've changed from like a week ago, 7 days ago, you was a totally different person spiritually. Your soul is what I'm talking about. Because with the Eight of Wands in reverse, after that Wheel of Fortune, it's like, and the Lovers coming out in the, it's like you, now that I'm here, what do I do with it? Because see, Scorpio, your whole dream and aspiration about getting rich, the Moon card on the bottom of the deck, is to help your family. Is to buy your auntie a house. To buy your mama. It's always, or to start this this charitable organization. Like your whole vision is about serving. It's about being a servant. Right? But it's like, dang, I'm doing the right thing, but nobody here with me. Nobody wanna partner up with somebody who talking crazy. See, your physical make them think you mental. Something wrong with you. You can't know how many number God is going to take to heaven. Yes, the fuck I can. I do. Just because you can't. Just because you can't elevate yourself high enough to believe God when he say, you are the I am you, and you are me. Just because you can't grasp that, that's on you, boo. That ain't on me. That's you. That's your faith. You ain't got the faith of a mustard seed. But see that when they trying to do all this witchcraft and shit, this moon work, waiting for these moon cycles to come. Look at this. The Hierophant in reverse. That's why I say this person, this Hierophant for a lot of y'all, it's your mother. It's your auntie. Whoever raised, it's everybody but who raised you. If you had some type of strong feminine energy in your life, it's her. This was the person who did the witchcraft on your life. You are oracle. They tried to transfer your gifts or your lineage onto their children and their children's children. And I believe that some of their children are dead or have perished already. This is the type of auntie or person that will live to see their children put in the ground. The Strength card in reverse, a lot of grief for what they done. The Hierophant in reverse with the moon. They have no idea. They don't have the deep knowing that you have. They're not able to see. They wanted to steal your gifts. Look at the Six of Pentacles coming out in reverse. They wanted to pass your gifts off to your children. To their children, I'm sorry. And God said, how you going to do that? How you going to give something? First of all, Indian giver. You ain't even an Indian giver because you didn't even give what you trying to take. And then you trying to take something and give it to somebody it don't belong to. I'm here in spiritual Rico. You're going to spiritual jail and hell for what you done. The illusion you did. Listen, guys. Everything is about to be revealed in due time about the people around you, your family members, your karmics, people you slept with. A lot of y'all, us, there's no other people DNA in your bones because they have to have a soul to to put DNA in your bones. Who am I talking to? Why is this Six of Pentacles in reverse? They tried it. It's a spiritual fucking Rico. Put your hands behind your motherfucking back and assume the position. You don't have control. You can't shut me up. If I would have had to prop this motherfucking camera on my speaker and do it with no fucking video, I would have. But God keep dealing with me too. It's something about my presence, my aura. I need to be on camera for y'all, not showing my hands and cards. To the people who like to see the cards, if I don't show the cards, it ain't for y'all. People need to see the outlining of my body, my aura, the orbs that are going around me. Y'all, a lot of y'all can't see that shit. I sit here sometimes still in my whole camera in this house move. You see it shake. That's why my spirit guys here. They here. They have to be. How many of y'all know y'all protected because you got to be? You got a soul, baby. You have mansions somewhere else. And God know he can trust you with all the wealth of the world. That's what's going on now. It's being transferred from the wicked to the just. But see, who man think is just ain't just. It's billions of people in the earth. Ain't that many going. The people y'all think just because they are humanitarian and they appear to be that. You are a humanitarian. You are. You are. You are philanthropists. You are. You do things out of necessity. You are humanitarian because you don't have a soul, baby. You can't be anything but that. That's why you do good deeds in the earth. And people like that, and that's why they pay you a lot of money. But see, that's going to be transferred because people want to be fed the truth. They don't want to know how you made it to be a billionaire, and they still ain't. They done read every book you ever fucking wrote, and I still ain't a billionaire. My videos, they're going to start be for mature listening people. People who are spiritually sophisticated. With the Temperance card, that's what I just heard. The Seven of Wands. People who understand who they are in this shit, in this walk, in this journey. What else? The Queen of Swords in reverse. You've been raised under a false narrative. If you have a soul and you having a physical experience here on earth, no matter what you detour to, you always gonna come back to source. Why? Because it's your soul tie. We use that loosely in tarot. Soulmate, soul tie. My soul is tied with deity. My collective has a different type of soul. They do. They have a different mission. We don't have journeys. Everything about us is mission. It's purpose. It's calculated. It's strategic. It's ordered by God. The Two of Wands is ordered by God. I can't make it up. Your steps, not your footsteps. Your footsteps are forgiven, Scorpio. Somebody need to hear that, because somebody think their footsteps supersede their spirituality. Somebody think that something they done supersedes them being an oracle. Somebody think because they slept with somebody's husband, they ain't going to heaven. Somebody think because their mother and their father abandoned them and they orphaned in their spirit, that God don't love them. Somebody went through their whole life without a divine masculine, and God said, the devil is a lie. I am your divine masculine. I've been there all the time. I've been your rock. I am your rock. Relationships are hard for oracles, seers, say-soothers, occultists, black witches, voodoo priestess. I just heard, put the voodoo doll down. Throw that bitch in the trash. Don't you use it for nothing else than a pin cushion, because that's all it's worth. You wondering why your children dead and why mine are not, because they have a soul. How many of y'all know if you got a soul, everything that come through your body gonna have a soul? Oh, they ain't write that down in the Bible, did they? Or the Quran or the Turan. How many of y'all know the people that wrote these things was spiritually guided to write? So y'all mean to tell me in this day and time, it's nobody that can spiritually write some shit down that God is talking to them right now in real fucking time? God say he is the same. Always. He don't change like us. He's not physical form. He operates in the earth through us. I ain't mean to get that deep. The Two of Wands, your steps are ordered. Why? Because you're a fucking oracle, like I said. Money don't mean shit to you. At the end of the day, you can take it all. Just give me God. Just give me Jesus. Just give me Allah. Who am I talking to? Who made up their mind a long time ago? When I say mind, I mean your soul. Yeah, your mind. Why you think people are quick to try to asylum somebody by saying they're crazy, or they saying, you know, all these people in the stars now that's going on, they get to talking like I'm talking, and their career go a different way. Because it's hidden knowledge. They saying, damn, if they unlock that, what else going on? They can't tap in because they don't have a soul, so what do? They try to banish you, kill you, take you out. But if you're an oracle, who's scared? I've been going to sleep. I've been getting downloads about who I am. My soul, not Matoki. Y'all keep clocking that. And I'll already be ahead of the game. Y'all keep clocking me, Matoki, not my spirit. My soul. My connection with God. Two of Wands. I am the magician. You are the magician. The King of Cups in reverse. You're confused. You're emotionally handicapped because you don't have a soul. There's nothing I can do to program you to feel what you don't feel. Y'all know why spell works on who it work on? It's something about your soul. If you don't have a soul, the spell work can work on your physical quick. It can alter you. It can make you do what they want to do. You can be that puppet on the string of that voodoo doll. But when you got a soul and somebody's soulless come for you, don't come for me unless I send for you. And if I send for you, I'm going to call you out by name. Y'all know I will. I don't throw a rock and hide my hand. Bitch, I'll say your name. You can say it's for clout or whatever. I don't give a fuck. We know it ain't about no clout with me. The problem with people is they don't understand, and then they can't. And we in these relationships, they call them karmics because what you're doing is you're trying to make yourself believe what you're telling that person to believe. They don't have a soul to receive it, and you're not tapped into your soul enough to know that that's the situation at hand. So you spend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, count up however many years you want to, with a person trying to teach their ass a lesson. And God said, that part of the lesson wasn't for you to teach. Because see, they having a physical experience too, like you, they just don't have a soul to feel. They have an energy to do. But when they come in connection with you, Scorpio, because you're so timeless, nobody knows your age. It's hidden. God hid you in plain sight. He couldn't let nobody know when you came here or when you were coming or when you're leaving. That's why the death angel gets no access for oracles. Every now and then they just ask, what about your servant Job? That's when they're asking about all the other people that don't have souls. You know what I'm hearing? God is so merciful that even people here on earth without souls, he still holds the death angel off because he wants you to have the experience, some type of sneak peek before you go into the next life of what he truly is, the I am. See, I think at every ascension you realize what that means, and I feel like every ascension it means something different. Because when you get to your higher self, what you'll realize is I am is the I am. Because I am the physical spirit experience of God. He can't operate in the physical without access being granted, even with him, because he's a spirit. That's why it's so important to drop the illusions and really realize what's going on. That's why your life has been a lot of turmoil, a lot of ups and downs, because you refuse to see what's right in front of your face. Let's see what these other cards are. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost, Scorpio, like you waiting on somebody to tell you specifically that you're an oracle. You get tarot card readings. What's so interesting to me is when you're an oracle, and listen guys, listen. I'm not trying to make pun of, because when I talk to you guys in real time, it's about me. I'm telling y'all what's going on with me, but I know what's going on with you guys. I cannot no longer speak how I spoke yesterday before my grandfather came to visit me. I can't speak the way I did 4 days ago when my grandmother came with my grandfather to speak to me. So everything Matoki said up until then was not a direct connection with my soul. And I don't apologize for it, because what God is doing is showing you the blueprint of what's actually going on, because we got a lot of question marks now about the soul. I do, because that's what they're showing me. That's why I'm able to listen, guys. I want to say this. I love being able to connect with a collective, but my gift is one-on-one. I have done a lot of personal reasons. I never had somebody come back and tell me that I was inaccurate. As a matter of fact, they asked me, how did you know that? That's why I tell y'all, when my spirit guy say something silly like Daffy Duck, I don't say to myself Daffy Duck. I just say Daffy Duck. If you are oracle, you don't concern yourself with fleshly things. Do you understand? You don't operate in the physical like other people do. When God tells you, when your body, which is God, you are God, when your body tell you to rest, you'll get off YouTube algorithm for 3 days, a week, a month. You don't give a fuck, because you know your money, your source, your everything that got to do with material come from God. It don't come from YouTube. Let's turn on these other 2 cards. The Star. Ace of Swords, telling the truth. The 3 of Pentacles. See, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, the Star, the Ace of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. It's just what I just said. Right? A lot of y'all are tarot card readers that listen to me. Listen. When you are oracle, you cannot steal the energy. You can't. What you can do is free willingly try to copy or emulate me, Matoki. And that's why it doesn't work out like you planned it, because it's the spirituality. It's my soul that is drawing people near. You're watching me without a soul because you're thinking, if it's something, this person got something, I want to see what it is, and I want to harvest it and see if I can go over here and make something happen with it. The Page of Pentacles is in reverse. It's like, no, God reject your deposit. You can't steal my gifts. You can't harvest my gift. The 3 of Cups on the other end of the deck, it's like, come on, dude. You really want what I got? A lot of people in y'all energy now, Scorpio, because of them wanting to be you, God is now allowing them to experience the life you went through. See, because some shit you went through make that shit look like a walk in Central Park in broad daylight. Your shit was a walk, a run through Central Park at nighttime with motherfuckers after you trying to kill you. Bitch, how dare you worry about me riding a Rolls Royce right now? And I don't even like the motherfucker. When you mostly see me, I'm in my Tahoe. How many of y'all know the desires of your heart gonna change the more you elevate? See, if you don't have a soul, nothing will never be good enough. You can have billions of dollars to the point where you don't even have, you done bought everything. Money is useless to you. People in your energy are replaying out your life right now. Now they're going to see why you can praise. Now they're going to see why you cry when you read your tarot cards. They're going to know you got a divine connection with Source. They're going to know you got a heart like Christ. No matter that you curse or drink a little wine. Y'all do all kind of shit. And then on top of that, I don't care what y'all do, but the main thing y'all do that's going to send y'all wherever the fuck y'all think y'all ain't going is judge people. You judge people, you judge flesh. You cannot judge my soul. That's why the Bible say, don't be scared of the person who can kill this shit. This ain't shit. Fear who can kill your soul and your flesh. I don't fear y'all. I don't care what y'all think or what you say. Now y'all about to go through it though without a soul. You won't make it. That's why people falling off like motherfucking flies. Because they're not strong enough. You have to be an oracle to go through the shit Scorpio done been through. Orphaned, abandoned, betrayed, lied on by the people closest to you. Why? Because Scorpio don't have nobody but the people who closest to him. People either like us or they hate us, even your family. Don't think because they're your family members that spiritual law is changing, Scorpio. They go 72 again. That's a good year. They around here telling you they want to build with you. We just want to build with you. We want to help you build whatever you. They know you the oracle. Look at the star. They know you the oracle. That Ace of Swords is soothsaying. With that Three of Pentacles, they're going to say whatever they think you need to hear for them to build on your back. They watching your content. They watching what you say. They watching your movement. But if you try by the spirit and you know the spirit, you know that's some fake shit. You know that's some fake news. They talking about fake spiritualists. How many messages y'all got in a day? I'm tired of hearing about, whatever that ain't got to do with my soul. And I can understand you not having one and you could be fed that shit all day long. It's time for celebration. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse is saying to me, God is never, he's never going to accept you being pre-anything, pre-empress energy. You are the empress. You are who you are. Nothing changed about your soul because of this physical experience. People know that about you. But instead of them being confirmation, they want to make you uncomfortable about your differences. Why you ain't like your brother? Why you ain't like your sister? Because you weren't meant to be. They ain't oracles. They not oracles. If anybody, Queen of Pentacles, if anybody that's in this chat and paternal twins run in your family, leave that in the chat for me. If paternal twins, meaning a male and a female twin, run in your family, you're Isis. You're God. I just heard that. If you have paternal twins in your family, not just twins. Do y'all know, that's what I was talking about. I was guided to look at Cleopatra's on Netflix. If y'all hadn't seen it, go see it. Do y'all know that even though all the things that happened in her, whatever they telling us happened, the biggest moment in Cleopatra's whole life was the fact that she had paternal twins. That's what made her not just a queen, but a goddess. That's what brought her spirituality to the forefront about who she really was. Go look at that story. I have like 5 sets of paternal twins in my family. Not way back. This is my mother's mother, my grandma's lineage. Right there with my grandpa Milton. Y'all want to know if y'all are oracle? Y'all want to know what's going on? Do you got a soul? Just start opening yourself up to it. Start allowing your ancestors to use you. You ain't got to be a tarot card reader to do it. See, tarot card readers, we in practice with it every day. That's why y'all supposed to get somewhere and meditate to tap into it. This is divination. We're doing it because we're spiritually open, but we're spiritually open only to his voice. And because you're an oracle, the shit that could normally get in and try to possess you and have you be a different type of way, it won't happen. You're protected. So the Queen of Pentacles came out. So Scorpio, I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles upright, God is saying, listen, if you don't want to believe that the Wheel of Fortune is your first card, the Eight of Wands is the next card out in reverse, and the Lovers in the challenger position does not mean that your whole life, your steps have been guided. God said you've lived a Queen of Pentacles life all your life, Scorpio, meaning what? You never had to worry about money and stability. Am I saying you never been homeless? Nope. You ain't never been homeless long. Am I saying you never been through a struggle? Nope. But it ain't never lasted long. You know why? Because the multitude of it to your soul. God is able to speak to you and you hear him, so you don't have to go through a lot of the things that other people go through. He knows, right? He knows that pressure point for Scorpio. And the more mature you get, you realize, you know, just like you learning your parents. When you children, you learn how to manipulate them to get them to say yes, right? Only the thing with God is we still try those practices, but he can't be manipulated. He's everywhere all the time. He knows who I am. He made my end before my beginning, so you can't trick him. That's why nobody has to vouch for God. He vouches for himself. Moving forward. Now I don't even know how that volume went back up on there. That's crazy. People want to silence you, Scorpio. And any fucking thing that's anything audible around you that can display your voice, it's going up. It's going up. They trying to quiet you. They can't quiet you. You got too much to say from the dead. The dead is showing up. The Fool card, they showing up. They showing up and showing out, I just heard. The King of Swords. The Queen of Swords in reverse, but the King of Swords ain't the judge, the jury, the practitioner. Somebody went and got a reading on you and they got a for real reading. They sat with another oracle. It was totally orchestrated by God. And God said, that's why your son dead. That's why your mom dead. See, what people don't understand is if you don't have a soul, you really don't, you're not in importance to God. And when I say that, what I mean is simply this, guys. We don't have to go too deep into it. I don't even care what a movie is about, but if I see Denzel, it's a few people that if I see their name attached, I'm thinking to myself, oh, it can't be that bad. Who am I talking to? See, it's something about your energy now that's drawing people. They're watching you, they're looking at you, and now what's going on is they're saying it can't be that bad. I learned that, and that. They saying, oh, what? They said she what? Oh, no, she powerful. They don't know they've been spiritually guided to your channel. They don't know they've been spiritually guided to your bed. They don't know they've been spiritually guided to this job because you there. Everything that has to do with you is spiritually guided. The Hangman in reverse. That's why a lot of people don't get it. And a lot of people don't change their perceptions. Because they can't. They don't know enough to. They don't have enough information. They only been in this life one time. They're not old enough. It's a lot of reasons, guys. 72 again in the chat. The Six of Wands, everything they sent your way was not successful because they wasn't powerful. They wasn't powerful enough. I bet y'all 1 and 2 is there some people out there with souls that do witchcraft, yeah. They still going to heaven. Or wherever this place is. They still going. That's what I want y'all to understand. There you go right there. I just said it, the 5 of Wands. Yeah, they still going. Your competition, if they got a soul, if they wrote in the Lamb's Book of Life, they going. I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that because a lot of y'all want a bitch to be, you know, nailed to the cross. And if you read certain literature when Jesus died, that wasn't even the culture then to nail people to the cross. See, sometimes you got to read the Bible and show yourself approved. Not taking anything from Jesus Christ, but I'm just saying sometimes the outside narrative is what alters the message. I know all y'all ain't get that. I'm going to keep moving. The 5 of Wands. The 4 of Pentacles. People want to harvest your energy. They know you don't, when I say they don't mean you know earthly good, that's because earth is where they rule. They don't have a soul, so this is their place. That's why do you think these people are high powered? Why do you think they're able to alter the world with their beliefs and their different things or throw a monkey wrench in it so you believe different shit? Because they rule the earth. God gave them powers here on earth. Dominion over the earth. But when you spiritual, when you rank high spiritual, you have dominion on both. Why? Because your earthly body is here. Coincidentally. But you're not operating, you're just having an experience. If you have a soul, you're just having a physical experience. If you don't have a soul, this is your experience. Who am I talking to? If you one of them people that say, dang, how can somebody take a gun and put it in their mouth and pull the trigger? Somebody without a soul? Somebody without a soul? Somebody without a portal, an outlet? Somebody that know that ain't nothing else left for them? Who am I talking to? If you in my collective and it's something about suicide, I don't know if you thinking about suicide or somebody you know committed suicide. It's because they have a soul. That wasn't your father. What else? Now the Page of Pentacles coming up right. Good news. Then the 5 of Pentacles, 5, and the Page is 6 of Pentacles. See, somebody wanted you, Scorpio. What they wanted to do was take your gifts and give it to somebody else. The Page of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles, I could read them differently apart, but it's giving me 6 of Pentacles. Somebody tried to give your shit away that didn't own it. They didn't own the masters. That's why I keep telling y'all, whatever y'all need to patent or master, do that shit. Somebody trying to steal your content, somebody trying to be an imposter of you or whatever, but they can't do it. It don't last long. And for the ones who coming up on it, it's just like, good. Because if you got somebody who watching your content and they trying to recreate it or breathe life into that shit or something, I just saw the death card in reverse. Somebody trying to breathe life into some shit that's dead. Ooh, that's for somebody. It ain't working. You can't give something away that don't fucking belong to you, bitch. It's a spiritual RICO. Your ass going to fucking jail. Spiritual jail and hell on physical earth. If you don't have a soul, how you going to spiritual jail? Bitch, you going to jail here on earth. People being publicly exposed, Scorpio, that did shit to you. And when I say publicly, it means they taking you to court, but what's going to be found out in court? It's going to be that they the ones who lied on you and did this injustice. The justice card is here. No, I ain't reading Libra. Justice. Divine timing, judgment. The King of Pentacles in reverse. This is a father figure. Somebody who everybody think got a lot of money. They think they stable. They got it going on. You ain't got shit. And everybody who migrated to this person thinking they're going to get some type of help or get your inheritance, what they're going to inherit is dog shit, I just heard. That's what you're going to inherit. Dog shit. They don't have anything. And what you lost was everything. To get nothing is what I just heard. What's the Five of Pentacles here? You got the King of Swords twice. This a judge. On earth. This is a judge on earth in the chambers with no soul, passing down judgment on your soulless parents for taking you to court because they wanted you out on the streets. You got the death card twice. Yeah, your father a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, and there go your mammy, she a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. They together now. They're gonna be together. They're gonna be together. So two soulless people together. And here you are, standing in your power, getting a new start, the Page of Cups, getting a whole nother do-over. What else, Source? What else you got for it? Look, I can't make this shit up. Let me tell y'all something. Scorpio, you pulled the King of Swords upright 3 times in this reading. 3, where the other one at? There you go. Oh, that's the King of Cups. Was it 3 times? Oh, no, that's the Queen of Swords in reverse. You pull the King of Cups. Twice the King of Swords upright. And I'm changing the decks. Let me see. Why is the King of Swords here twice? Because somebody tried to fuck with your money and your stability. Somebody wanted you homeless under a bridge. They go to title card in reverse. Somebody wanted you to lose your house, your money, your job. The Ten of Swords came out in reverse. It didn't happen for you. It happened for them. That's what happened to them. They're going to lose their job. Somebody going to have bad health while you move forward in happiness. God is vindicating you, Scorpio. On all charges is what I'm hearing. You're the Temperance again. You're being spiritually guided away. God is hiding you in plain sight. Yeah. Why? Because he's investing in you right now. Somebody, you're receiving a lot of downloads like me with the Seven of Pentacles. Your ancestors are investing heavily in you getting this knowledge. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, I feel like this is you lifting off, seeing your body laying down. It's like you're having more spiritual experiences that are not being able to be clocked by these demonic forces or whatever this is. What did I just say? As soon as I said that, the devil came out with the Ten of Swords in reverse again. Somebody wants to continue to control this narrative. They go to Ace of Swords again. Somebody wants your truth to be their truth because they realize you're an oracle and they don't have a soul. And what's going on, Scorpio, is we've been pairing up with a lot of soulless people. Friends, we call them karmics and we brush it off, but can you imagine having children with these people? That's why your children don't respect you. They're going to Ten of Cups, but you will be happy, Scorpio, because God going to send you a family, whether it's the ones you birthed or not. They have souls and they have to come back around, and they have every knee have to bow and every tongue have to confess. They have to tell you how they wrong you and ask for your forgiveness. The Ace of Wands. Before they're able to move on into anything in their lives that they'll ever be passionate about or that will ever bring them good fortune, goodwill. The Four of Swords. Somebody ain't ready to accept the truth. Can't make it up, they're gonna moon. Somebody ain't ready to accept the truth. The truth is you're an oracle. The truth is the reason why they lost their house is because they wanted you to lose yours. It's as simple as that. Now the Eight of Wands is upright. Why? Because you're going to be doing a lot of traveling. Why? Because you have the resources and that's what you want to do. While they're steady losing everything, a betrayal is coming to an end. And these people now, they're experiencing wholeheartedly the life they intended for you, or that they wanted for you, or prayed or did this witchcraft for you. The title card is coming up in the reverse again. Now, this is them. You got two title cards in reverse. They're losing their house. They're losing 2 houses. They're going to be staying in, like, this could be your fire sign mom or your Gemini father. They're going to be living in efficiencies. They're going to lose everything, because they don't have a soul. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, look at your 4 of Wands. What's this? And your 8 of Pentacles. They tried to kill an oracle. You tried to stop an oracle? The 8 of Pentacles, a master, a guru. Somebody whose name is wrote in the Lamb's Book of Life, and you wonder why you catching hell. If you didn't know, I'm telling you now, that's why you catching hell. Touch not his anointed. Y'all saw that? Touch not his anointed. Like I fucking said. The star here twice too. Temperance showing up. You're an oracle. And it's just what I said. Remember I told y'all in the other video? These people now, since you done went through all this burden with their ass, you done been through all these years of toting this shit, and now it's like one day they just say, okay, I ain't gonna be harsh no more. I ain't gonna talk to you bad no more. I'm gonna be just who you want me to be. And now you still got the burden, but this person done planned out their demise. They don't have a soul, you got a soul, but now they being connected with somebody that do the rest of their miserable ass physical existence, because they know their existence mean nothing. To the dust they return. Your physical return, but your soul go up. They don't have a soul to go up. So now they sitting here planning how they gonna stick to you and harvest your energy and feed. Same thing in the collective. If God don't give you the messages you putting out, it's not gonna reach who it need to reach. And that's just that on that. The 7 of Wands. Scorpio is not about standing ground. It's about the fact that like, for instance, Joe Biden is the president. No matter what you think about his political beliefs or whatever, he's still the president. No matter what you think about Scorpio, I'm 10 toes down because I'm an oracle. It don't matter what you think. It don't matter how you want to operate. That's just who I am. Justice of fucking again. You got 3 justices, the sun. Everything is being revealed. Why? Because your ancestors are fucking tired of you not knowing who you are. So they sent me here to give you just a plain, simple message. Some people don't have a fucking soul. You do. Your name is in the Lamb Books of Life. God did that from the end to the beginning. Whoever don't believe it, it's not you. I don't need 106K subscribers, because only 144,000 of us get to go anyway. Yeah, feed the flesh. I'm not feeding flesh, I'm feeding souls. I am the high priestess. Bitch, and I do say bitch. And I do curse, and I drink. And I'm still an oracle. I'm still a prophetess. I'm still the high priestess. Still being revealed to me. Why? Because I am the master, the guru. That you say I'm not because I don't have 10K views a video. Fuck you. Let's see how your shit work out. See, this used to look good. This the algorithm. This the YouTube algorithm. This how you look now. This how you look later. This Scorpio. This the oracle. This the fake practitioner. This the one who's sitting up talking all that stupid shit. They got 20 videos a day popping out. because they balancing their checkbook. If I can make this up, I would. Guess what's on the bottom of both of these? The Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. They checking their conscience. They don't have a soul. They checking their conscience. Let me see. If I do each one of my messages I put out, they do 5,000 for Scorpio. I might get 10 for Gemini. And with the algorithm, my estimated money for this month is $10,000, but I want 15, so I'm gonna put out 10 more videos. They putting out 10 more videos so they can have $5 more thousand, not so 5 more people, 5, not 5,000, just 5 people can say they save their own spiritual self, can get connected with source, can hear a message that'll change their life. Instead, here they are. The Tower in reverse and the Magician in the reverse. Here they are. They think they're avoiding God. They think they're able to do a work on you. And it go unnoticed. And Archangel Michael said, you did what? And you going, who unnoticed? Did you not see my wings outside her door? Who am I talking to? Did you not see the mark? The blood mark for the pass over my house? Who passed over that because they didn't have a soul to see it? Woe unto you. I can't help you bury yourself. I can't help you didn't have a soul to see it, to comprehend it. Who am I talking to? Who can't comprehend who they are? Who can't separate themselves from this flesh? They do it all the time because all they are is flesh. You wonder how people are so low down and how they do it and they don't even think about doing it. It's because they don't have a second mind or conscience. They're not the high priestess. They don't have an intuition. They were not supposed to. Moving forward. Some shit just got to end because of who you are. Some shit just got to go away, Scorpio, because of who you are. Some things, some people, some places have to go away just because of who you are. The cycle need to end, that's why. Nothing else, it ain't deep. God keep trying to tell me to tell y'all it ain't deep. It's just who you are, that's it. Not because your eyes brown, not because you weigh 100 pounds versus when you weigh 200. Not because you woke up, none of that. It's because as long as your soul exists here on this earth, you're going to be up under attack. Spiritually and physically. The Three of Swords in reverse, but it won't touch you. Why? Because you're continuously releasing everything. As soon as anything comes toward you that can harm you, your spiritual, your soul family begins to attack it, just like your body. When some foreign enters the body, your immune system attack it. Your ancestors do the same thing when somebody enter your energy field with this 5 of Wands thinking they're your competition. Why? Because you're so emotionally mature, Scorpio, you don't really say much. Why? Because you ain't really passionate about a lot of shit. You ain't passionate about a lot of shit. And that's why they mad. Because whether you eating steak or chicken, you still the same person. It don't take that to make you feel like somebody you not. Hello, somebody. Yeah, you want to be me. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. You can emulate it. You can watch all my videos, play them on back. You want to get my demeanor. Hey, see what colors I got on. You here for my collective get here, but you ain't trying to build shit. It's an enemy in the camp. That's what I just heard. But they really not, because you can't tune into nothing, because I ain't got no passions about what you got passions about. My mind don't think like you. I'm totally spiritual. You're coming from a carnal mind. That's why I'm able to clock you. Because I know what you like. I know what everybody without a soul like. They like anything. That's why you set aside, because you're so particular. It's not that I'm a choosy lover. I'm just choosy about every motherfucking thing. I don't know why, but I'm glad I am. That's why I ain't died of AIDS. Because even though Matoki may not have had a love for self all her life, my soul did. My soul my cup runneth over when it come to my soul, when it come to love. And I ain't talking about just being intimate. I'm talking about my love for the people, the souls. Oh yeah, you hear people tell you, get your life together. Get your life together. All you got to do is plan it, write it down, affirmate it. There go the Two of Wands again. All you got to do is write it out. And then walk it out. And then there's God. And then there's God. It's what you want to happen in your life, and then it's what's purpose to happen in your life. See, how many of y'all know people that everything they set out to do, they did it? Everything they set out to do. They wanted to get married by the age of 25. They wanted to have 4 stamps in their passport by the age of 30. By the time they did everything you know why? Because they're of the world. They're of the world. When you don't have a soul, of course you're able to operate on a different plane here in the earth. You're able to get ahead. Because you're able to do bad shit to people and go to sleep at night. Not people with a soul. You're able to turn down a good job and settle for the job that you've been on for years because you realize all money ain't good money. You're a high priestess. These are people who jump on every opportunity that comes because they jumpers. They have no seating. They have no core. That's why they're able to sleep with their own parents, and that's why they're able to cheat on their wife and cheat on God, because really that's what you're doing. He sees everything. Moving forward. What else? The world again. So many generational curses being broken just through you. How many of y'all know that's what the soulless don't want to happen? If the generational curses are broken, look at the Seven of Swords coming out. The Seven of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles again. Listen. You got two worlds here. The generational curses that are being broken, the reason why, because you see this deception here towards family. The Nine of Cups, somebody praying years ago, your soul, this is you, Scorpio. This Nine of Cups, this is you. This Page of Pentacles, that's the hope of somebody without a soul, wishing that they can tap into your resources. You know, that's like having a portal. That's somebody in your life. We got 100 people, like 100 lights, guys. That's that number. You got people, you got somebody who doesn't have a soul that's connected to you because they want to have that direct connection with God that they know they can't have because they don't have a soul. Does that make sense? Almost like being grandfathered in. If y'all ever heard that terminology, being grandfathered in. These people want to be grandfathered in. But what's happening to you, the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment, the Page of Pentacles, when these people are being deceptive in that, right? When they're trying to take your energy and transmute it into something that they have no soul to transmute. They have no, it doesn't grab a hold. In other words, what am I trying to say? They can duplicate it, but not for a long time. After time, it wears out. Because why? You're the oracle. Everything you are the wish fulfillment, because you were here before. And even as a child, you were this. This does not change about the oracle. The only thing that the oracle is changing is the generational curses. Look at her sitting there with her arms crossed. It's like no more. It stops here with me. It stops here with me. I'm fed up. My daughters are not going to go through what I went through. I'm fed up. My granddaughters are not going through what I'm going through. I'm fed up. See, what a lot of y'all are realizing is all you have to do is open your mouth. I find it kind of funny that the death card is the depiction of Scorpio, but not really, because I don't know about y'all, but I've seen a lot of death in my life. I've watched a lot of people come and go. But only an oracle can be surrounded by death. And why do I say that? Why are we surrounded by death? Because it can't touch us. How many of y'all know the very thing that can't get you is what's attracted to you? That was deep. The very thing that's attracted to you. Do y'all understand? Do y'all understand that everything, if y'all could just, the importance of you turning off this flesh is where you get the downloads. Is that simple enough? Does that make sense? It's at the point when you hear people say surrender, it's not about your spirit, because your spirit is already where not your spirit, I'm sorry, your soul is already where it's always been, right? When God is saying surrender to a person here on earth that has a soul, he's saying, look, you've taken on too much of the world. You've taken on too much of it to the point where I gotta send a tower moment. Why? Because your purpose can't be rocked. It cannot be moved. It cannot be altered. It's already etched in stone. That's why he did it back there and came on up with it. So nobody could cross him out. So nobody could reorchestrate the wheel or reinvent the wheel. Because see, spirit is tricky like that. When we say spirit, we talking about another thing now. Oh, that's too much for today. I ain't gonna bring it all today. We talking about souls today. All right, Scorpio, let me see. I don't know. I just still feel like something else need to be said. I feel like this is divine timing. Come on, guys. 12:12 on the clock. How long? We've been in here 2 hours, and it feel like 2 minutes to me. Yeah, I just saw the Hierophant up front. The Ace of Wands. Somebody, they about to have to give you your props. And when I say props, I ain't talking about, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You know what my grandfather, you see, it's when you are oracle, listen guys, I commend any Orishi, person who's studying that, who's getting all that knowledge, because it's purpose. They have to do that. I don't have to do that. I'm going to give you every message my grandfather gave me. He already tapped in. I got ancestral knowledge because that's my lineage. Look at this. The Six of Wands, it was right on the top when I turned it over. People are now acknowledging what you're saying to be true. It's being confirmed in their soul. See, once something is confirmed in your soul, it don't matter what this flesh act like. That's why the Bible says train them up is the way they should go, and they won't stray from it. That's why y'all still looking at y'all soulless children that then you show them the way they should go, but they veered off somewhere else. Why? Because they didn't have anything to hold them. They didn't have anything to track them. They were able to lie and deceive to you, but you can't, you know, you got them mamas, they'll put their house up when they know, so their son to get out of, their child to get out of jail, and they know he ain't gonna show up to court. But you know why they do that? We think they stupid. You know why they do that? Because they understand that this person got a soul, and they on a mission, and they understand that their steps are ordered. I got children, I know God put them in jail so that they wouldn't be dead. I got children that been in accidents that should have caused them their life. I've been in accidents that should have caused me my life. Who am I talking to? And you still sit here and act like you don't know who you are. Because of what the world say, you conform. And God said you scared to be by yourself. Why? You are by yourself. You are alone. You are an individual. You are from another place. You're having an experience. And that's just like right now, if I go to the airport and I get on a plane and I go to Paris, when I get to Paris, it's going to be an experience. Why? I don't speak the language. Only thing I know about Paris is that's supposed to be the city of love, and I want to eat their spaghetti and pizza and any other pasta because I love pasta that they cook. I want to taste what the ancestors, how they cook it, how they prepare it. I know I'm an oracle. That's why I want to. Some of y'all ancestors want to taste some shit. Somebody doing Santeria magic. What the fuck is Santeria magic? I don't even know what the hell that. What is that? Is that Mexican magic or like Latino magic? If you Latino or you Mexican in my collection, somebody doing Santeria magic, is that a thing on you? Because you're an oracle? Somebody mama got the rose beads like around, like I'm seeing it like on a mirror. Like, you know how you have a dresser and you have a mirror on your dresser, the corner of the dresser, like I'm seeing those beads, like some type of beads. I'm seeing beads. If you got these beads in your, I'm here and get that shit out. You an oracle. You don't need that shit. See, one thing about you being an oracle, when somebody give you some type of force field from the earth, it alters your discernment. It offsets your journey. Okay, it does something to your aura too, where people are not able to connect with you. The people who need to be connecting with you it's like a distraction. Does that make sense? I'm hearing something about beads. Listen, I don't know. If you got any kind of beads, throw them motherfuckers away. That's what I'm hearing. Period. But I heard Santeria. I don't know about their culture. The Five of Swords. What is, did somebody leave in the collective what this is? The Santeria, what is that? Is that something? It might not be nothing, y'all. I'm obedient. Somebody's name could be Santeria. I don't fucking know. But I'm seeing Santeria. I'm seeing some type of beads that you wear around your neck, on your wrist. It's supposed to like ward off evil. That shit bringing evil straight to you. If you're an oracle, it's bringing it to you. If you a soulless person, it's keeping it at bay till you want to draw it in. Because see, you got to think, when you ain't got a soul, you can feel in any fucking thing with it, right? That's my point. That's why they're not able to kill you. That's why they're not able to draw from your gift, because you have a soul. It's something already there. But the Five of Swords, to me, this energy is just giving me like somebody thinking that because there's some kin to you or in your 3D, somehow they're being blessed by God. That's not it. Y'all. Now y'all know that's too crazy. At 222, this chat went out. I'm talking about out for the count. My battery powered down. The whole camera. But the live been going on the whole while. That's what's crazy. I've been still in chat 35. Y'all, that is crazy. The chat never stopped. But it powered off. My camera powered off. And it just went like 1, 2, 3, like 3, 2, 1, boom, and it just went off. My phone charged. I mean my camera. And my phone. Everything charged. That's crazy. I want to read some of y'all comments. Lori Idoro, thank you for the super chat, baby. Thank you. Hey Jamia, thank you for being a member. Equanet, thank you for being a member, baby. You know that. Terrell, thank you for being a member. Hey Divinely Guided. Hey Bessie White. Hey Daddy Warbucks. Hey Empress Love Afternoon. Hey Monisha. Hey Kathleen. Hey Val. Hey Taz. Hey Katrina. Hey Phoenix. Alright, so I just want to real quick. Hey Ash, thank you for being a member. Go through this. Guys, y'all have got to know, hey Thunder Rebel, that it's almost like a child on Christmas Eve, what I'm going through right now, because it's like I got the remote control to my life. I don't even know why I brought my remote control back. I was trying to, but do you see how the world can take this technology and alter it and do whatever they want to do with it because of the messages that are coming out now? I can no longer sit on this platform and just talk about twin flames and love when people's souls, that are worth saving need to be saved. When I say worth saving, I mean there's some people who just never accept the fact that it is what it is until they're connected, and some people don't get it in this life. And that's why I'm not trying to preach to the choir. I just, people who connect with my messages, that's the only people I want to connect with. It ain't got to be 200,000 people. That's way more than the people that's wrote in the Lamb's Book of Life any fucking way. Anything past that is just money, right? 44 in the chat. There it go. 44 energy. I don't feel like I need to turn over another card. I just want to read a few of these messages here. Thank you, Equanet, for letting them know what's up. Ooh, Toot Lapoo. So your brother and sister are paternal twins and they run in your family too. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that back up. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about, guys. Listen, this isn't for everybody. I just heard turn the light off, cause this ain't for everybody. And y'all know what else I just noticed? The candle that I was burning right here for protection, it went out. When that live went out, it must have went out. If you're a tarot card reader and you in my collective and you subscribe to me, you need to be a member for one. Not because I need you to, but because I want you to. For two, anytime you're reading tarot, you need to have candles going. I got candles going all over my house right now. The one closest to me, though, is the one that went out. Why? Because spirit is here. My ancestors are here. Whoever else is here that ain't supposed to be here, they here too. That's due to my collective. That's why that went out at 2:22. Somebody lights are finna be cut out, shut off. Somebody life is finna be cut out. I'm telling y'all, these messages I'm giving y'all, they straight from the other side. But let's get back to the paternal twins, because that's why I was trying to tie this story in. Thank you, Source, with Cleopatra. It was not until she had Mark Antony's paternal twins that, by the way, he didn't get a chance to see for 3 years. He didn't write, he didn't come, he went off the battle. 3 years, he never come back to see the paternal twins. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the encompass of divine masculine and divine feminine energy being what's the word I'm using? What's the word I'm looking for, Source? Being held together in a vessel, in a womb, in somebody with a soul. See, Cleopatra, she would have died for Egypt. And the two paternal twins that she was carrying was Egypt. Who am I talking to? What are you trying to say? Make it plain. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Oracles have two, they have both. They have that divine masculine and divine feminine energy. And what's contrary to what people think, if you're not an oracle, you only have one. I don't care what you've been told up to now. You ain't got to believe me if you don't want to. That's why a lot of y'all have problems with relationship, because you reflect two things. You reflect divine masculine and divine feminine energy, and they only possess one because they don't have a soul. So that's why Cleopatra was able to know that once she carried divine masculine and divine feminine together, it's about her carrying them together. It's about one seed being split and them still being able to operate separately but really together tandemly, right? That is what made her Isis. That is what made her a god. Not the fact that her father left her on a throne with her younger brother that she had to marry. Gods married their brothers and sisters back then. But she would not sleep with her brother. She had children by kings. King Arthur. Wasn't it King Arthur? Somebody. But she had children by kings. Her children were divinity. They were divine, and so was she. What is my point? My point is you'll always struggle with people that don't have souls. I feel like we're born in this world with a lot of soulmates, but the thing about it is there are fewer soulmates than there are karmic people that don't have souls. And people who have souls, they're not necessarily trying to attach themselves to other people with souls. Why that's not the case, I don't know, but it almost feels like the hospital analogy that I always talk about. It's like we connect to people that need a soul or that need help. It's what Jesus had, how he had a compassion for people. A lot of y'all are battling with that. A lot of y'all have battled with that duality of energy. And I feel like that's why, like, it's been my experience. I've dealt with most of the men that I've dealt with, and it hadn't been that many. They either, they've always been the kind that do what I say, or they just have to get the hell on. And what I'm hearing is That was because they only, they were only able to operate from a soulless capacity and did not recognize your duality to be power or to be spiritual. They look at it as domineering and demeaning. See, that's why people hate Scorpio. They beginning, my ancestors are beginning to show me why they hate you. They hate you because you know you're powerful. They don't hate you because they know you're powerful. They hate you because you know it. They hate you because you can speak into their life because you were them a year ago, 2 years ago, a day ago, 2 hours ago. They think you clocking them, but you're really speaking. You're mirroring. You're telling them what's going on with you, and it agrees. Spiritual things don't always agree. If something is on a soul level, it'll tie. It'll conform. It'll go. It'll allow somebody to possess you. It will, because your soul is endless. So if something is endless, you always think you got time. Oh, thank you. So see, I'm hearing now that your physical experience is the only thing that lets you know that you have a limit on your soul if you got one. Who am I talking to? In fact, my spirit guys just said, yo, if it was not for your physical body, you would be out, up. You'd be where your soul goes when you die. Who am I talking to? It's almost like I keep wanting to make something plain. And every time I try to make it plain, it almost feels like God is saying, they got it, but it's another level. It's another tier in here that didn't get it. So I'm just going to keep talking, guys, until it's plain. We've been in the chat 2 hours. I don't want to keep y'all too much longer. But if God is using me, I want to be used. And I don't want to turn over no more cards, because he said you don't need to turn over cards. Yeah, Equinet at 222. My camera that's 100% full that we're looking at right now, powered down. The candle that's right here that I have for protection and light, it went straight out. My other candles, all of them still on. So somebody don't want something to get across, and that's why I'm still here talking, because I feel like something is not being said, or somebody has not have an opportunity to, I don't know what this is. I just heard somebody, listen, when it comes to your immediate family, when I say immediate, I know most people think like in your household. Yeah, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about like your mama's brothers and sisters and their children. That's your immediate family, or what I'm speaking of. As soon as I went to think that, you seen what happened to my lips. I can't say it. So maybe I am done, y'all, talking. Maybe I am done talking, because I don't know why that was, but it was. Is there anything else y'all would like to say to me in the chat, or anything? I don't know. Y'all like to ask in the chat about anything that I said? I don't know why I'm feeling the energy of something's unfinished. Listen, guys, if you when we open these chats now, because I'm not, trust me, if I don't have a message, I'm not gonna be on here. I'm not trying to drive YouTube's algorithm. That's not why I'm here. Okay, so when we come together like we come together for 2 hours, 3 hours, however many, 45 minutes, when that's a portal being open. I'm not gonna say that no more. This is it, I'm done. When I show up here on live, it's a portal open because I don't even like live. If y'all go look back, I never used to do live. I just like pre-recording because it's something that I feel like if I did this the wrong way or that the wrong way, I can straighten it. And God said, no, all of your messages are real-time messages. You don't have to pre-record shit. If I want to come on here 5 times a day with a message, it's going to be live from now on. So that's another thing. Y'all need to look for me on the live side because the pre-recorded go on a whole nother side of YouTube. But it's not about the algorithm. It's about when you're in these places and God is giving you an opportunity to enter a portal that you need enter for this physical life, this physical realm, this 3D. You need to do it. When I close these lives, it's closed. The portal is closed until I come back again. And every time we come in these meetings don't mean you're supposed to give. Y'all need to be praying. Y'all need to be watchful. Be led by the Spirit and guided by the Spirit. You don't have footsteps. That's a illusion. You have steps. They're very strategically guided. The chariot stays outside your door. Not for you to escape, but for you to escape so the people that's trying to do you harm don't get what's coming to them too early. Who am I talking to? Somebody going through something right now. In your family. Your whole family is. And Scorpio, God is saying, why is betrayal now so temperamental to you? Why is it having this effect on you now that it's having? You've always been betrayed. You've always had a deep knowing of what would happen to you, just like Christ. He knew why he came, why he was the Word made flesh, and what his job was, his spiritual journey, his mission. And he even said to God one time, you know, if he could change his plight, he would, but you know, let God will be done. You know, he was obedient. In everything that's happening biblically or in any type of history or revolution or revelation, you know, something had to happen spiritually and, you know, in heaven and in earth. It's tandemly working together. Why? Because of the contract. What's the contract? The soul contract. What is the soul contract? It's the partnership that you as a human had to make with this earth in order to be able to inhabit the earth. The earth has to be living in order for you to live on it. Who am I talking to? In other words, in order for God to put us here on earth, there has to be a plant here on earth that'll cure every sickness that we have. Or it would break the contract. It would make his word come back void. Who am I talking to? Everybody not going to be cured from cancer. But if you are in this chat and you hear me talk about cancer, and you know somebody with cancer, or you know somebody passed over with cancer, and you have a soul, be obedient. Do what God tells you to do. I'm just the messenger. I've been getting fed by God all my life. Trust me when I say that. I had a good life. I'm having a good life. I'm having an even better physical experience now because I'm tapping into my spirituality and I'm realizing the more things I stress about in this physical don't even matter no more. I'm learning to appropriate my energy to things that mean something. I'm learning not to cast my pearls among swine. That's what you should be also learning. All people ain't good people. And if you give people long enough, they'll be able to mimic any behavior that you have spiritually or physically. They'll be able to mimic it, but will it do the same thing it's doing to you internally? No. But why be with somebody so long where they can fake it till they make it with you? You're settling with. Not because you don't know the truth, but because it is your truth. People give up and settle. Why? Because you got a soul in a person that you trying to give a soul, can't get one, don't know what one is, and they just glad to be connected to your ass so that they can live a long life. Because that's all that matters to them. Living long. When you're an oracle, when you spiritual, living long don't mean that much to you because you know your soul is where it's at already. And you returning back to it, it's going to go right back the way it was. This flesh going back to the dirt. But you got some people, oh man, they putting all this shit in their face. They doing all this to try to turn back the pages of time. And it's just like, you worrying about the wrong shit. You worrying about your face, but that's because you ain't got no soul to worry about. You worrying about a tummy tuck and a big ass because you ain't got no soul to worry about. You fucking somebody else's husband because you ain't got no soul. You fucking somebody else's wife because you ain't got no soul. You ain't got a wife or a husband because you ain't got a soul. It's a lot of things I can say about not having a soul now that I know that I got one. That's why I'm able to speak on it. God is revealing things to me to reveal to not just to me, but to y'all too. My collective, my family. Y'all are my family. Blood makes us kin. Loyalty makes us family. Oh yeah, all your life you've been around this. See, Scorpio, with you always able to deal with outside people. You know just what to say. You know just how to handle them. It's your family that you always, pay close attention to detail and, try not to trouble the waters and try not to aggravate nobody demons and try to, sometimes not even speak your piece just because to save face, because I feel like in my life, I've always been up against opposition. Why? Because I've been surrounded by ops. You too. And you were made to think that you such a bad person, but everybody in your family a convicted felon, but you. Nobody went to college in your family but you. None of your daughters got pregnant, had teenage pregnancies. You broke all kind of generational curses, but people, when they speak of you and your family, they talk down about you. But the people who are loyal to you, this new family, my new familiar, my collective that's growing, that's connecting, it's because you got a soul too. So I can't really concern myself with kin. I'm going to stop calling them family. I can't really concern myself with kin anymore. Now I'm concerned more with my family. Yeah? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all understand the difference? I recall the story of my grandmother telling me that when my mother went into labor, my father was laying on her floor taking a nap. She was in the kitchen cooking, waiting on my mama to come home. She said my mama loved tomatoes and rice when she was pregnant with me, and I guess that's why I love tomatoes and rice, and I eat not anything, but I love everything with rice. But anyway, my grandma said in between her cooking, she was watching her stories, and she said every now and then she'd look down on the floor, and my father, who was probably about 16 or 17, maybe 18 then, he would ball up and excruciating pain, and then it'll release him. All the while she said he was asleep. My mother by that time was at the hospital having me. My grandmother said she knew that my mother had me because the last time she entered the room, my father was in a balled up pain for so long until it's almost like it broke off him. And she said when it broke off him, that was me coming through the birth canal and coming out. Now let me tell you the significance of that story now to me. How many of y'all know if you are oracle, the sins of your father cannot be passed down to you? Because he's really not my father. Who am I talking to? Oh yeah, we read this over and over again in the Bible about Mary and her conception with Jesus, but how many people, oracles, know that's kind of like your experience too? So let me tell you what was going on with my father, what I get prophetically. Because me and my father have a strange relationship, so do me. Neither one of them raised me. I don't know them, really. The only thing that I know of them is just my discernment. Okay? I'm going through a lot with them right now because I'm living in a house that my father said he gave me, and now he wants me out of it. The good thing about it is the whole time I've been here, my credit got excellent. And I don't have any kind of evictions or anything on my credit, so I'm going to court because this person who don't have a soul, see, I can't expect him to feel a certain type of way because he left those feelings on that floor that day. When he took my mother's labor pains, he took every emotion, he took everything that would have normally spread out over my life if I needed a father figure. But see, I'm an oracle, I don't need that. I don't need parents. Not those parents. Not anymore. And by my mama not having the labor pains, we have no connection. Who am I talking to? Somebody wondering why you can't connect with your parents, I just told you why. That was prophetic, not just for me, that's for somebody in my collective. Y'all drawn to me for a reason. People can't feel what they don't feel, guys. They can only emulate it. And we try so hard to make it work because they can. Because the Bible say honor your parents. I feel like when God's saying honor your parents, he talking about him. Whatever you ascribe to. That's why I tell y'all, not that my carnal mind don't want me to think of all kind of evil shit you could do to people that you clocking and knowing they come to do you harm, but it's just you feel God. I honor my parent. That's the only parent I ever had all my life, and besides my grandma, I honored her too. My life has not been easy. I'm not telling y'all that I'm this person that never made mistakes. What I'm telling you is I'm getting a better understanding of why I am who I am. I'm getting a better understanding. God is showing me that my outer circumstances has nothing to do with who I am as a person. It has everything to do with who they are as a person individually. If that makes sense. Everybody was not supposed to love me. Everybody didn't have the dominion to raise me, to protect me, to keep me, to have that insight to carry me through life, right? And then I left home when I was young, 16 years old. I've been out from under. I've been a grown person ever since I was 16 years old. with 7 children and an auntie, my great aunt, my grandmother's sister. It's a lot of, I could just, man, if I could just go from piece to piece and tell you, I must be, somebody need to write a book. I must be need to write a book. The more spiritual things I'm learning, the more I'm seeing how this whole thing was orchestrated by God. My great aunt, who's my grandmother's sister, never had children, but she moved to Atlanta with me and helped me raise all 7 of my children. She had a love and passion for children, a nurturing spirit for children. But she didn't have that nurturing spirit for her sister's children. That's a whole nother story. Because see, at one point, my grandma, who's an oracle, left her whole family behind because her husband was beating her head in. She left her children, she left her husband, and she left her house. How many of y'all know when y'all are oracle, you don't give a fuck about material things and money? That's why I'm telling y'all the Cash App ain't for me. If y'all think my relationship with Source and God is wrapped up in $12.12, $111 at any price, you're delusional. And the fact that I can't sit here and tell y'all my testimony, all of them today, man, if y'all knew in due time. But I know it's some testimonies bigger than mine, more powerful than mine. And I know they in my collective. I know y'all though. I know most of y'all are oracles. You got to be. I can't have a simple armor bearer. I'm an oracle. All the attacks that come from oracles all day, not to even mention the fact that the death angel wants you gone too. Yeah, every now and then he throw your name up. And that's when God step in because he got control over your soul and your body. And he said, I'm the ending. I'm the all, be all. I'm the one that has the last say. But see, when death comes, you know it's ordered by God. That's one thing you don't have to question, guys. Whether you got a soul or not, when death comes, it's purposed. It's strategic. Okay? It's matter of fact. It's not you. You got somebody who's shooting in a whole audience of people. Only 3 dead. How many of y'all ain't never had no near-death experiences? Scorpio collective. I done had so many, some of them I done forgot. And that's what my grandfather and Shango was showing me, them challenging moments in my life. I went and saw when I'm sleepwalking and I stood over my auntie like she said, and I remember her laying on the sofa and she was sleeping the Bible being across her waist like this. She fell asleep, glasses on. This is what I'm looking at, y'all. This is what I'm astral traveling. This is what I'm seeing. She said I gave her scripture. No, she gave me scripture. Because when I went and looked over, the Bible was on Psalms 91. But they showed me before Psalms 91, she was reading Psalms 127 and Psalms 121. And what my grandfather revealed to me was I was not there to be prophetic. What I also realized is when I went there and did what I did, my aunt was not there. Every day she sent us to take naps because she's able to do the same thing I'm able to do, the astral project, astral travel, whatever you call it. A lot of y'all sleepwalkers, people who do things like that unconsciously, not knowing it, you're susceptible to those type of things. Once you start tapping into who you are spiritually, you'll be able to operate in it like I am now. I'm being shown how to operate in it. How you operate in it is you got to be able to leave your flesh behind. In other words, when I go up, I don't have the same thoughts that Matoki would normally have due to experiences in life and things that have happened to me in my life. It's like when I go up, my soul goes up only. That's the only thing. And I'm experiencing things that I recognize, my soul recognizes, but it's not Matoki. So in other words, when we take a nap, my auntie is doing the same thing. What God was showing me is why I'm connected to her. It's our gifts. The problem is when you connected with somebody like that, they're able to see that you're more powerful than them. That's why she told me I don't need to. She said you don't have to pick up one card. That's who told me that. The auntie who told me that. When I told y'all about it in the video, she said you don't have to pick up any cards, Toki. You're a prophet. She said you don't have to pick up one card to get the messages out God wants you to get out to people. But you know what that is? You know why that was presented to me like that, and why anytime they say you dabbling or doing something wrong when you are trying to find out something about your spirituality, they tell you that because that's the thing to say if you're a Christian. If you're saying you're a Christian, it's the right thing to say that divination is wrong, being gay is wrong, whatever is wrong to you, right? But the thing about it is, that's not really what they're saying. What they're saying is you're more powerful than them. And what that means is this is not a struggle between her and I and our gifts. Only thing this means is my gifts are being used differently because my soul is different. That's why everybody's journey, mission, testimony is different, because you're being worked through things that need to be worked through you. Your struggle is not my struggle. My struggle is not your struggle. God gonna deal with me differently than he deal with you. But if you are an oracle or a starseed or somebody like that, then you're able to see what my rank is. You already know what my rank is because your soul is older than mine most times. In this case, that's not the case. In this case, my auntie is older than me in life, but I'm older than her. I outdate her in my soul. Do that make sense, y'all? In other words, even at that age, it was something she needed from me, or at least she wanted from me, that she thought would make her gifts the same level as mine. Because I feel like my auntie understands soul versus physical, right? And I feel like there's things in our family that's not been talked about, because I feel like it's a lot of things going on in my family, guys, spiritually. And like I said, that's a whole nother message about spirit. We talked about soul today. And I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm gonna let y'all go now because my spirit guys are saying it's time to go. But this is the energy now for us. The Six of Wands in the Chariot. It's being revealed now who you truly are. You're being vindicated. Why? Because you trust God. You've always trusted God. I'm not telling you that you always did the right thing. I'm saying you always trusted God to a certainty that He'd see you through something. And He's always done that. And the people that you're kin to have always saw that. And over the years, and I'm not talking about these years, flesh years, I'm talking about soul years. They have accumulated this hate for you because it's like if it don't happen in this generation, it got to happen in that generation, and you're the next generation from them, meaning they failed, and you are not. You are doing the work. And not only that, people are telling you you're doing the work. You're moving forward in the work. They see it in the spirit realm. They see what's being done. See, a lot of stuff is being orchestrated right now behind the scenes. Just because you surrendered. And every time you come into your own, again, Scorpio, meaning transformation and rebirth, every time you ascended, every time you learn something else about yourself that you did not know, it closes a door for somebody else. What do I mean closes the door? It stops them from being able to emulate you. They get exposed. People see them for who they really are, and then they give you the accolades where it should have went in the first place. And not that you want it. But it's just God keeps exposing people who keep saying that they're oracles and they star seeds and they this, and they can tell you they tapped in. You ain't tapped into shit. You got a soulless body walking around on earth, and you're emulating these spiritual people, practitioners, the real oracles, who are everyday life people in this flesh that don't speak unicorn and rainbows. And they're powerful enough in themselves to know that just because you got this many subscribers and this many views, that don't mean a fuck thing. Only thing it means is that God has given y'all dominion on earth. He gave all us dominion on earth, but when you don't have a soul, dominion on earth is a whole nother meaning, baby. When you'll do anything for a coin, it gives it a whole nother meaning, baby. When God says you have dominion over, you'll do anything for money. And you'll get rich doing it. That's why the Bible says don't be anxious for anything. Don't be anxious. If you anxious, that means you missing something. Who am I talking to? If you ain't anxious about something, it's because you long for it, or you think you need it, or you like, it's a calling. Not an utterance, it's something calling you. See, when you know who you are and you connect it with your soul, it's an utterance. You say to that thing what you want it to be. You don't wait to get the intel and then you react. That's a soulless person. And that's why we collide. That's why you in them connections with people that it ain't gonna work. Let's tell the truth, karmic, whatever the fuck you want to call it. These people don't have a soul. These people are just here operating in the earth. They're ops. They're planet. They're fit in so that you can, see what you're not supposed to do or what you're supposed to do. Or they just fit in to make the story look good or make you work out shit you need to work out so that you can get to your high level self. That's it. That's why you got people that never get married. They know the truth. They know relationships going to be hard for them because they ISIS. There go the camera again, guys. It went out. Again.